Welcome to this shortwave radio channel, and this is the review of the GP-7 SSB, a long wave, medium wave, shortwave, and FM radio or portable receiver. So this is technically the Texan PL368 that I've been testing for a while, but CountyComm version. It has one modification that is nice, is that the antenna made of stainless steel is much sturdier than the Texan version. As for the rest, it seems to be a rather pretty much the same radio. This one comes in black / more like charcoal colored, has English manual of course, and is sold of course in the US by CountyComm in California. So this is a radio I've been testing for the past week or so and been having a lot of fun with it. I've made a few videos, more are going to come, including comparing it with others like the Texan PL330 and so on. It is a good performer on shortwave, definitely a really good performer on shortwave. I've been having a lot of fun. The ETM Plus scan feature is great. The ETM Plus actually adds the fact that you can it can save these searches by time slots, so you can have different times during the day with different ETM results, and of course you can go through all the scan. The scan is quite fast. It's a really nice feature, works well, gets even weak signals. In the performance wise, the receiver itself is really good, sensitive. I've been enjoying it. Just the telescopic will already bring you a lot of stations. And the major upgrade to the GP5, for those that have a GP5, the keypad. There is a keypad for direct entry of frequency, and this is very cool because that was really what was lacking of the GP5 SSB. Was a great receiver, but the lack of keypad was making it tough to, you know, especially when you're going to frequency ranges that are out of a lot of the pre-programmed bands. That's kind of a long thing to do before you would reach the frequency desired. Now here, direct entry, and this is a general coverage receiver, so it goes all the way up to 29,999 kilohertz. So no gaps, no places where you miss out on some of the frequencies on shortwave and so on. The radio comes with a external ferrite that you can actually plug on top of the radio, and that antenna, which is this, of course, is good for long wave and medium wave. So once it's plugged in on the top of the radio, it actually works as the antenna for the reception of signals on long wave, medium wave. Performance on medium wave is good. I've seen better, but it is not bad. And with the this ferrite, it's pretty nice. And of course, there will be another test that I will be doing because I will be once again using the Texan AN200 that I'll plug in on this radio to test out. But you know, it's okay performance. Long wave receives well also. Not groundbreaking DXing, but it is still good for what it is in a portable receiver. Among its features also, of course, is the single sideband capabilities, which is really nice. In single sideband, the receiver tunes in very precise 10 hertz frequency range, display precision, which is very nice for such a, you know, inexpensive receiver technically. It is $95 at CountyComm, so this is you know, a sub $100 receiver, but don't be fooled. It works really, really well. As of course a set of bandwidths, so you can actually change the different bandwidths. So in single sideband here, you can switch the bandwidths between you know, 0.5, 500 hertz, 1.2, 2.2, and 3 kilohertz and 4 kilohertz. If you are in AM mode, you will have, of course, different bandwidths, which will be 5, 2.5, 3.5, 5, and it goes back to 2.5. Typically, I use pretty much always 5, but it's cool to have bandwidth so you can actually eliminate signals that could be close by. The synchronous detection capability, it's okay, but like all Texan receivers, ain't the best. It has difficulty keeping lock on signals. So it's somewhat more or less useful to have it in general. There's a step button to change the step, which moves the arrow on the display. So when you're, for example, in a single sideband, you see a little arrow, and the step button moves the arrow between the kilohertz or the more precise 10 hertz tuning for more precision. It's beautiful to tune. It's a lot of fun to tune, actually, and it works great. Of course, it has all the features of an alarm, of you know, a sleep timer, and so on in the receiver itself. As the ATS scan for automatic tuning system for you know, recording of the medium wave stations, for example, or FM stations. Performance on FM is good. It receives the standard stations that I always use to see if it works well, like WVPS 107.9. No problem there, receives well. The audio, not bad for such a small speaker. Quite powerful too, so it works great. This is a charging port and a power port also, where you can simply plug in the included cable into any USB port and actually get power and charge a battery. Volume and tuning on the right side, and of course at the top you will have the speaker, or the headphone jack, sorry, with stereo capability on FM, and of course you will also have the long wave, medium wave antenna jack here. One thing about the antenna jack, even though it is made for medium wave and long wave, because of internal coupling, if you plug in a loop like an MLA30 in there, it definitely is going to work and get better reception than the telescopic of shortwave signals. So don't hesitate to plug in your favorite shortwave antenna in there, because it definitely does work up to a certain point. It's not designed for shortwave, but it actually still works. So you can kind of use it as a external antenna jack for shortwave. Now, some of you might not like this, but like the Texan PL368, and like a big trend right now, powered by a BL5C lithium-ion battery. Of course, CountyComm offers chargers and extra batteries if needed. Overall, a very nice package with nice performance. It's a lovely radio to get, and if you buy one of those, you will have a great radio. The manual is well done, you know, I mean, it explains all the features quite well, and it is one of the, I would say, one of the good manuals that are with radios right now, because a lot of radios have such really bad manuals, basically. But this one is well done and well written, so it's a good manual to check out. Comes, of course, with earbuds for listening with the earphones, and of course stereo on FM. And it is a nice little package, honestly. I've been enjoying it. One little negative thing that I've noticed is if you squeeze it a lot, for example, if you hold it tight, you might actually decalibrate slightly the single sideband on the receiver. But it's not the only radio that I own that does that. Typically, a lot of the radios that are small form factor often do that. So just, you know, don't squeeze it too hard. But CountyComm has a hard case that they are actually manufacturing that I will be able to show you at some point to make it even sturdier if you want. And of course, they do have the soft cases that I've shown you in some other videos, where you can actually protect the radio if you want to make sure that it you know, doesn't scratch, or if you drop it, that the minimum amount of problems will happen. So a cool receiver, and works very well, and kind of like it. You know, of course, it lacks a few little things, like all Texan receivers, no RDS, which would have been nice to add in some cases. But still, it's a great package, and you know, you can get it at CountyComm. They sell it for $95. So this was my quick review of the CountyComm GP-7 SSB, which replaces the good old GP5 SSB, which was a great radio, and well, of course, improved with a keypad. So this is really cool. Last but not least, for those that are wondering, GP5 suffered from a problem where batteries would drain fast when unused. The GP7 does not seem to have that problem at all. So hope that you enjoy, and of course more videos coming up, including comparing it with other radios for sure. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.